Guys, I think I have finally found my new favorite weapon in Brooklyn DLC. You can get this bad boy from Season Pass by reaching level 55, something like that, or 54. Nevertheless, this weapon will go with perfect streamline talent, but the key point here, it has 1000 RPM. With this damage output, you will be pretty much unstoppable, and I will show you my shield-free, or I shall say skill-free build for this weapon. And with this crazy rate of fire, actually this weapon would work really well with striker set as well. I will make another build with this gun because honestly it absolutely shreds enemies, and it's hella fun running around like with pistol like-ish weapon, and it slaps enemies. 1000 RPM base damage is crazy, and you will have a lot of fun. And by the way, can we appreciate how badass New York looks? All those missions were kinda nice if you look back, and the aesthetics to everything kinda top tier. And I ran a couple heroic missions in New York just to remember how actually gorgeous the map was, although I would still love if the map would be covered in snow. That just would give us such a nostalgia, such a vibe. Honestly, even I was a little bit hoping of couple snow missions maybe in Brooklyn DLC, if not entire map covered in snow. Why not give us something like that, throwback or tribute to Division 1 good old days. I mean, anyway, I got off the topic. It is what it is. Sometimes I'm still logging in the old game and playing for a couple hours in DZ and doing some incursions just for fun purpose, and we having a blast. Our builds still work and global events are still alive, so sometimes I would recommend you to go back and play also Division 1. But before we continue, quick word from the sponsor, Redeeming.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates, but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Redeeming.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD for RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services. Amazing deal, especially right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in the comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this new weapon, and I mean, it works so well. This crazy rate of fire is absolutely melting enemies, but again, the biggest thing with this weapon is that you can't really use skills, although description is kinda not right, I guess. It's bullshitting what I want to tell. I'm just looking for words and I can't find legit soft words to describe that this weapon is giving us absolutely BS how the talent works, because it says when your skills are on the cooldown, it doesn't work. You are not getting a weapon damage buff. In theory, if I understand it correctly, your skills should be on cooldown, but if you are using your skills, they are technically not on cooldown. So, is it bug? Is it intentional? Who the fuck knows? If they will fix this shit and now you can use your shield with this weapon, I mean, that could be a game changer. In PvP, definitely. Because with this time to kill, you need only like split second to take enemies out, especially in conflict. In DZ, that's different story. You need tankier builds, and even in that case, your shield will be kind of healthy, and you have to simply manage your shield before it goes away, before it destroys. The same story with other skills such as decoy. When decoy is alive, you should not lose this damage. Decoy destroyed, boom, you are losing damage buff. And decoy has like 25ish second cooldown, so boom, you have disadvantage for those seconds, but then you can switch to another weapon such like saying Elmos or Ouroboros, your Lexington, you name it. So there are definitely things that could make this weapon even better. I don't know is it a bug or what, but if they will fix this issue where you can actually use this weapon with your skills, that's the game changer. Right now you have to make like shield-free builds with protection from elite, maybe with bulwark, even with striker. Definitely you have to use memento or bloodsucker talent to be immortal. I think in that case more and more people would use this weapon. And it could be one of the best weapons, just like we received assault rifle, named assault rifle with this talent. The same story with this SMG. It hits extremely hard with that rate of fire. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, it's delicious SMG. For the set itself, gunner specialization for increased rate of fire on kill, armor back on kill, all nice things to have, just like big titties and huge ass. For the second weapon, I would recommend you to use St. Elmo's or Bullet King if you're helping other enemies, other agents. Maybe you are boosting your Shepherd ranks. Bullet King will work really nice as your secondary weapon because you don't have to reload. You can kill easy enemies really quick and efficient. So you're gonna speed up things quite a bit. Or use Lady Death as your secondary weapon. Kill enemies, boom, you have speed advantage now. You can run around and kill enemies even quicker, but small magazine size can be sometimes tricky, so I would recommend you to stick with St. Elmo's or Bullet King. For the gear itself, I'm using CATHARSIS Exotic Mask, which will give me additional weapon damage and healing eventually when we're gonna stack it. For chest piece, I'm using Intimidate. Intimidate will be procced from Bloodsucker talent on my backpack. I'm using Palisades backpack, which will give me additional 10% armor on kill. So now I have 20% armor back on kill. I have protection from elites, like 50-60. It depends how much mods you want to invest in that attribute. You could go technically full glass cannon type of build and use only crit damage mods. It really depends on your preference. This is simply a template. Modify this build to your likings, brother. Chest piece, Intimidate will produce one of the best DPS outputs for normal talent if we are not using such a thing like glass cannon or maybe spotter, perfect spotter, but perfect spotter has its downside. It has like terrible set which it's applied to, so obliterate, typical stuff also would work with this build, but Intimidate will give us more damage than Obliterate. So that's the way I'm rocking here, and Bloodsucker can be stacked, so we will have shit ton of bonus armor on ourselves. I'm using improvised knee pads, improvised holster for those mod slots, and I'm using Sombra gloves for additional crit damage boost. In mod slots I'm using protection from elites, but you could go definitely with crit damage like I said. Also, if you want to use maybe Lexington with this build, or new name it assault rifle or caretaker, you can definitely simply switch chest piece for Fenris chest piece with Intimidate talent. Butcher drops the mic, bye.